Good day, good afternoon, Patriots. I hope y'all are having some fun while you're off in this quarantine, but I hope you're staying at home and staying safe. We miss you. I'm in my backyard, so you hear the birds and everything else going on, but I thought it'd be a change of scenery besides the room of a house. So we're on the second chapter of Swimming with Dolphins. Now in the first chapter, remember our three main characters are Katie with a C, KT with a K, and the initials KT is the girl writing the story. And she is in a wheelchair and she's getting ready to move from Iowa City to Florida. And so she's all nervous and kind of scared and everything. So let's see what's going to happen. The furthest I've been from Iowa City is Des Moines. I used to go there a lot for physical therapy. But to get to Florida, we have to drive in the opposite direction. I imagine I'm a bird flying above us, watching our white minivan Beluga speed down the interstate. Lucy and I named it Beluga for obvious reasons. From up in the sky, I wouldn't see the scratches on the side door or the dent in the bumper. To a bird, it would look like the Wynn family is traveling southeast inside a cloud. My parents listened to the radio announcer describe the game like their lives depend on it. Lucy has her earbuds in, which means she's officially in zombie mode. She's been doing this thing lately where she puts her headphones on at a totally inappropriate time, like at dinner or when I'm trying to get her opinion on a new outfit. Rude, I overheard Mom on the phone once saying, "That's just what teenagers do." I'm not sure if she was talking about the headphones or something else. When I'm a teenager in a few weeks, will I automatically be moody for no reason and act like I'm bored when in public? I hope not. I have the opinion section of the newspaper in my lap. In addition to an article I printed out about a newly discovered species of river dolphin in South America, I am not ready to read just yet though. I lightly drum my fingers on my knee and stare out the window. Time to brace myself for the T-18 hours when corn and soybean fields become palm trees and whatever else grows in Florida. Don't worry, KT lady. There's no snow in Florida. That was the first thing Lucy told my mom and dad after they broke the news to us. She probably saw that look on my face. I'm not an expert at letting myself show emotions that I think will scare people or make them pity me or just seem annoying in general, but in that moment, I couldn't hide my total and complete devastation. Lucy jumped in quickly. She knows how much I hate Iowa City winters. Snow plus ice plus a metal wheelchair doesn't work very well. I thought Lucy would be rather bummed to spend her senior year of high school somewhere different, but she was up for the change. Not like we had a choice. Mom had no chance of making tenure at the University of Iowa because of the department politics, she called it, and Dad was recently laid off from his main job at Hughes Electrics when the company was oversized and downsized. When Mom got a professor position at Fernbank College, she had no choice but to accept. Or at least that's how they put it. You know they have a choice, though. Unless you got into an accident when you were a toddler and that made you paralyzed from the waist down. Ha, that was a joke. I hope kids in my new school will think a joke like that is funny. Katie and I always agree. I start 7th grade in less than a week. I've never been the new kid, but we've had plenty of new kids come through Iowa City. Lots of professors would come to town with their families when they got hired to teach at the university. I'd stare out the window, watching the cornfields whirl by, trying to remember the kind of questions that we asked the newbies over the years. I was trying to prepare the answers for my own. Yes, I lived in Iowa City my whole life. Sure, it gets cold in the winter, but that makes spring even sweeter. And yes, there's a lot of corn, soybean, hay, and oats. But it's the best place in the world. Some streets have cobblestones, which made for a bouncy ride, but they're really pretty, or vintage, as Katie would say. People are friendly, except for Kevin Kahula and Isaiah Green. But everybody knows everybody, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it is kind of nice. Of course, I will miss my friends, Katie and KT, and I have been BFFs since the 1st grade. I know it's crazy that we all have the same name. No, it's not annoying, and not for the reason why I spell mine KT instead of Katie. I want to be a reporter when I grow up. I would like to be the first one to find out information, plus I'm very observant. I know how to pay attention to the world around me, an important quality to a reporter. And then all the obviously and hopefully not too silly questions. Do I remember the accident? Does it hurt my butt to sit down all the time? Can I feel my feet? No, but that doesn't mean I can't wear cool shoes. Mom always says helping others feel heard is a key to interpersonal connection. In other words, I just can't answer questions. I'll have some to ask too. I'm sure I'll have plenty. Starting with, how does it feel to live in a postcard? What else? I yawned. I know there's so much more that I haven't thought of yet, but the buzz of Beluga's engine lulls me to sleep. After 6 hours on the road, we park at a motel for the night. Even though we've had several stops for me to change positions, shift my weight in the chair so I don't get bed sores, and another 2 for Lucy to pee, smallest bladder ever she's got, Mom says we've made decent time. Lucy and I share one bed and Mom and Dad the other. Everyone seems to fall asleep right away except for me. To help me wind down, I make a list in my mind. There are some pluses to this situation, and they are, well, as Lucy said, it doesn't snow in Florida. That comes up a lot, but it's a big one. I'll finally get my own bedroom. Everyone wants their own bedroom, right? Mom and Dad's work situations will be much better. Dad's already hooked up with an electrician gig too. I know that will make him calmer. 3 great pluses, but that's not very many at all. Not for all the minuses. There's like a ton of those. Like no Katie or no KT, no Jake's Freeze or Mr. Jake, no Chloe, Romola, Maddox, Jaden. None of my friends. They're my second tier friends. I don't mean that in a bad way. I've known most of them since I was in the 1st grade. No Mr. Reynolds, the librarian. I've always been impressed by her consistency. She taught me the word when I came to check out books 3 days in a row. She rarely smiles unless you asked her about Louie, her pet Dotson. Also, I've caught her reading complicated-looking graphic novels behind her desk at least 7 times. That's rad. No East Jefferson Street, where all the houses look haunted in an exciting way. No Julie's Attic thrifts. CDs for $1. No hope for ever waking up with snow on Christmas Day. No more listening to Lucy snore on the top bunk. I've never minded her snoring, though. It always reminds me that she is right there. Tonight in this stuffy motel is the last night we'll be sleeping in the same room. She's not snoring yet. Even though I'm working on the minus list, another plus pops into my mind. Sort of. I remember when Katie joked back at Jake's, I won't get to celebrate my 13th birthday with the 2 best friends that ever existed. Minus. And my 2nd tier friends, along with all the other familiar faces from Iowa City Middle School, won't be there either. That's a minus. And I can't resurrect summer because it's basically will be summer in Florida continuously, minus for Florida. But it's a plus for the warm weather. But dolphins live in Florida, and maybe after all these years of studying and daydreaming about them and drawing them, I'll finally get to see one. Maybe. That would be cool. A plus for sure. But you don't need to move to Florida to see a dolphin. You just need to go there on vacation. That's the end of chapter 2. We're going to continue on with chapter 3 in a few days. I hope you kind of keep up with what's going on and kind of figure out, how is KT going to adjust to this whole situation? It's a big difference between Iowa City and Florida. So it gives you a lot to think about. I hope you guys are doing great. Remember to read. Reading is good for the mind. Reading is knowledge. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.